I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the Wildcard round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Lions going up against the Buccaneers. With that, let's get out to Raymond James Stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 57 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue line! Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
That's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
It's a results-oriented business, and the result here is a first down. But my goodness, that has taken a huge chance on 4th down, especially that deep in your own territory. But they made it pay off.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Gurley again here on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Paul Alexander is one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
Here's Luck. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down is Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. On first down, it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll fake it. Now Love. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Eric Ebron from 10 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Evans is alone to his right.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Love. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10, Luck again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Todd Gurley, 78 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to cut it back right. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big run there by Gurley. 46 yards on the ground. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now
the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Over. All right, now look at 56.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier.
And for the 3rd time here in this, and look out, I think he's going to go. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Brenza on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's see it. No. Check. Patriot.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. His advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
Detroit! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Gun! Here we go. Check 26.
Then to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here.
Set! Leopard! Over!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, Locke. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. The one running back is Gurley. Now Locke. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll set up a throw. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Another carry now for Gurley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Block on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
No. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Here's Gurley. And he's got room. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So Gurley gashes the defense, and a lot of people say, do you take running backs early 1st round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you, but even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He can't bring him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now back to throw. Time for a break. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now on On second down, this is Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Design run for their wideout. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now, and my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game.